Dance has always been a way for me to express myself, like my masculinity in alternative ways, and just be myself. And also, you mentioned bullying, like the same with me. I was bullied, like, why are you dancing? And I think I was really able to escape it by justifying, like, oh, I'm dancing because I want to get closer to girls and like meet girls.
Yeah.
Or like I'm gonna be successful, so it's kind of like justifying this typically non-masculine activity with like straightness or success.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do I have to do that?
No, right.
Right?
It's weird. It can be, even within that, like, yeah, there's so much toxic masculine culture.
Mm-hmm.
When I worked in LA and did a lot of TVs and movies and stuff, it was really like, you got to be a guy, and like, you know, we're looking for God, like you have to be a guy, like a dude when you dance. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So it was like, you know, at the gym, like it was all about the body and being a guy. On every job I did in LA, it was always that. You know, it was never, you know, anything other than that.
In the end, like you said, I just feel like myself when I'm dancing. Yeah.
It's your food. I used to always say that when I was performing.
Oh my
I
God,
would just
I
go
love that.
out and like forget all my troubles. Even if I had the worst day, even if I had the worst day or whatever, I'd get, you know, on stage, and then I was just like, this is. I remember doing a job in LA, and we were all on a break. I think it was a commercial, and it was in the paper, and they were calling it the gay cancer at the time. And this one guy, I didn't even know who he was like, oh my God, like he was hyperventilating, and he got up and he was just completely like hysterical.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I remember thinking, and this was probably like 83 maybe, I don't exactly remember, maybe 84.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh shoot, this is it's palpable. Like it was just I didn't know what his thing was. I don't know if it was somebody he knew, with himself.
Yeah.
But it was really just that feeling of just, you know, horrible, you know, and nobody knew what it was at the time. So it was like, when it happened and people were getting sick, everybody was, you know, treated like, I mean, luckily the Bay Area was way cooler, like San Francisco and the doctors here, but I heard stories of like Midwest, and it's just, you know, devastating, where they would, you know, they'd lock people up, and they were afraid. Everybody was afraid. Like nobody knew how you got it, really, once people were infected. It was really fear-based. It was so scary. And there were so many rumors, like it's from a monkey in Africa. It's, you know, the government gave it to, like, they brought it to a bathhouse. Like you heard all these scary rumors, and you're like, I don't know, maybe that's true, you know? And then when my brother got sick, it was home. So we were just like,
oh my goodness.
It was really tricky. It was tough.
Yeah.
But it was similar. I know that sounds dramatic, but you know, COVID and all that stuff, just the terror of that first, it was very similar to me. I mean, the fear in everyone else was similar to, you know, what that felt like, just in that people were, because they still kind of don't know why some people are dying and some are.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it feels very similar. What do you think? I don't know. You don't compare it to that, but.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. Like so many bits of what you said have reminded me. And of course there's not a direct like correlation, but yes, the fear, palpable was the right word. Like I remember in April, as like things were just shut down, Broadway was like, we're going to come back in April. And you know, here we are a year later, and we're still working on that. But that sinking terror of, oh my goodness, like this, we don't know what's happening, and people are dying, people are getting sick, families are being disrupted, and it's scary. And you know, there's so many different ways to react to it. I think I felt a little bit of numbness even. I was like, this can't be happening.
Yeah.
But, and also, as you said, like, people don't know where it's coming from, and then they're looking where to place the blame. Right. I think, in my experience, I mean, there has been the rise of anti-Asian hate crimes,
which is so disgusting.
It's so disgusting, and it also, and I might be making this leap, but it's like tied to the demonization of gay people with AIDS. Like people are experiencing these huge waves of grief and loss, and they're turning to the easy targets.
Right.
And I think that is definitely something that's resonated really
That's
warm.
a really, the way you put that is just, it's really kind of spot on.
I'm Filipino American, and it is kind of a more Asian American experience of wanting to be a good part of your family. There's like this collective good. And so when I have my queerness and also my Asian American identity kind of in conflict, it was like, how do I reconcile these two?
Mm-hmm.
But it's totally different for each family. I chose to do it on Bi Visibility Day on September.
God, that's really cool and brave, I think. It's funny, I talked to my sister first. Women are so much, I don't know, you're just easier to sort of talk to.
Yeah.
You know, sisters especially. But it's the same thing, yeah. It was just kind of a bond with my sisters first. And then my dad passed before he knew, which is fine. He died the year after my brother, so it was just like a crazy
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. It was just a lot at the time. But yeah, so I never got to talk to him. But it was cool. Yeah. The sisters got it, and they were like, we love you. It's important, and there's just the option here, I think, to do, you know, classes and besides just dance and singing and things like that. Yeah. But the opportunity to just get together and learn new things and bring people in to speak to the young kids and, you know, tell them that, you know, I would love to do that and say, you know, I made it this far, you know?
Right.
And I think having this kind of a space here is super, I think it's going to really help a lot of people, a lot of young kids.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see this place blossom, and just LGBTQ people of all ages can come through, talk about, you know, living on the coast side, their experiences of joy, sadness, all of it, all the in between, and beyond the activities, you know, dances, maybe a movie night.
Oh, nice.
You're right. I know. I would have loved to watch.
How would you have when you were young and heard about a place like this? Would you have been so excited to know that you had a place to come to?
Yes. Oh my god. I would probably just walk here after school and hi. Stop
hang
by.
Out,
hang out.
Like-minded.